stand before you tonight as the new chair of Zion Community Project. On behalf of all our dedicated board of directors, advisory committee, and friends of Zion, I welcome each of you to our annual fundraising banquet. Your presence here tonight is not only appreciated, it is essential. Because of your generous support, the work of restoration, preservation, and education at Zion Community Cemetery continues to thrive. For that, we say from the depths of our heart, thank you. Our theme this year, Roots of Resilience, a Legacy of Healing, speaks powerfully to the legacy of those buried at Zion and the work that we continue to do in their honor. This sacred ground is more than a resting place for over 30,000 souls. It is a testament to the resilience of a people who, even in the face of slavery, segregation, and systemic injustices, sowed the seeds of hope, faith, and healing that continue to bless us to this day. Tonight, we are especially proud to honor those in the field of medicine by honoring the extraordinary life of Dr. Georgia Patton Washington. Born enslaved in 1864, she rose to become the first African-American woman licensed to practice medicine in Tennessee, the first to do so in Memphis, and the first woman graduate of Meharry Medical College to serve as a missionary in Africa. Though her years were few, her impact was great. She healed bodies, lifted spirits, and blazed trails for generations to come. Her life reminds us that healing is both a calling and a legacy, a gift to the present and an inheritance for the future. As we gather tonight in fellowship and purpose, let us be mindful that we are heirs of this resilience of those who came before us. Just as Dr. Georgia Patton Washington dared to dream and dared to serve, may we also dare to ensure that Zion Community continues to stand as a place of dignity, history, and honor. For all of those we honor tonight with awards for service, we and the community are ever indebted to you. So on behalf of the Zion Community Project, I welcome you. We say thank you, and I invite you to join us in ensuring that the story of Zion and the stories of those laid to rest here will never be forgotten. May tonight inspire us. May God bless each of you for the roots you help us strengthen and the healing you help us carry forward. Again, welcome and thank you.
Born a slave on April 16, 1864, in Grundy County of Southeast Tennessee, Georgia E. Lee Patton became the first African-American woman licensed to practice medicine in Tennessee and the first to practice medicine in Memphis. Patton's life faced early challenges. She had a twin sister who did not survive birth, and her father died before her birth. Patton's mother worked as a laundress to provide for her family. In 1866, the family moved to Coffee County. When Patton was 16, her mother died, which forced her to move into the home of an older sister. Little else is known of her early life, but at the age of 22, she entered Nashville's Central Tennessee College, and in 1890, she enrolled in the college's Meharry Medical Department. A budding trailblazer, she was the first Black woman to graduate from Meharry's medical school and the first Meharry graduate to serve as a missionary to Africa. 2 months after her graduation, and after an unsuccessful attempt to secure the financial support of her church's missionary society, Patton became a self-supporting medical missionary to Liberia. When she set sail on April 5, 1893, she shared a cabin with a former Memphian, Ida B. Wells, a journalist and anti-lynching crusader. The two young women landed in Liverpool, England on April 13th, and the following Saturday, Patton sailed for Liberia. Although she worked with insufficient medical supplies, inadequate equipment, and poor operating facilities, she gained the confidence of the Liberians through her successful treatment of patients. She reported to her former dean at Meharry that she had lost only 4 of the 100 patients that she had treated. Dr. Georgia Patton remained in Liberia only 2 years, however, because her health began to fail. In 1895, she opened a lucrative medical practice at 282 2nd Street in downtown Memphis. 3 years prior to her death, she married David W. Washington on December 29, 1897. He was also born a slave in LaGrange, Tennessee in 1852. The first black hired as a letter carrier in Memphis, Washington, who was 12 years older than his wife, became a successful businessman and real estate owner. The couple's first child, Willie Patton Washington, was born on February 14, 1899, but died the same day. A second son, David W. Washington, was born on July 11, 1900, but died 4 months later. Georgia Patton Washington, who had contracted tuberculosis, was in poor health for several years and apparently gave up her medical practice in the late 1890s at the time of her children's births. On November 8, 1900, some 6 months after the death of her younger son, Dr. Patton died at the age of 36. She was funeralized at Centenary Methodist Episcopal Church 2 days later. She and her 2 sons are buried here in this family plot in Zion Cemetery, the oldest black community cemetery in Memphis.
And that was such a great video we all just watched to really speak to the life of Dr. Washington and her work in overcoming so many challenges to continue to heal this community for that. So thank you very much for those who decided to work so hard to put together that video. And to salute Dr. Washington's success, I'd like to invite up Elaine Turner, Zion Community Project board member, to come now and present the Ron Walter Preservation Award.
Good evening. The 2025 Ron Walter Preservation Award is important because preservation is what is vital to our local culture. Ron Walter is present with us tonight and has been a preeminent local historian who has chronicled Memphis African American history for more than 5 decades. He is also a staunch advocate for the preservation of Zion Cemetery. Ron, please join us here for this presentation. Tonight, the Ron Walter Preservation Award goes to the Bluff City Medical Society, which was established by Dr. Miles V. Link. Dr. Link, an 1871 Meharry Medical College graduate, established the first medical journal and laid the foundation for the Bluff City Medical Society. The society is currently led by Dr. Jessica Ruffin, who serves as president. This organization represents a base of more than 250 physicians in each medical specialty. Will Dr. Jessica Ruffin, president of the Bluff City Medical Society, come forward and accept this award?
Hi, I would like all the members in the room of Bluff City, if you would just stand, please. So, All of us stand on the shoulders of Georgia Patton Washington, and so we really would like to thank the Zion Community Project for sharing her story and also reminding us that history is not just in our textbooks. So as we are here today celebrating her, we celebrate, everything that she's done in a contribution to this community, and we also remember her legacy as we continue to mentor the next generation. Thank you so much.
Good evening, Zion community. My name is Donald Murphy. I'm the CEO of the Wesley Peachtree Group. I am so pleased in behalf of our 30 associates to join you this evening as you celebrate the roots of resilience, a legacy of healing. What better way is there to honor our past and our traditions, our heritage, and the legacies of those who've gone before us and who paved the way for us to be here today than to come together and celebrate what they've contributed to our society and to our past and to our present. So this evening, we applaud you for the work that you're doing in the Memphis community. We applaud you for keeping those who've gone before us in memory as you continue your great work of the cemetery restoration there in Memphis. Hopefully next year we'll join you in the present, but in the meanwhile, have a great evening, and may God continue to bless your work.
And we'd like to thank Mr. Murphy for his support. Now we're going to move on to the Rose Flanoral Public Service Award, and this will be presented by Beverly Robertson.
So good evening, everyone. As I look out into the audience, what I can truly say is that this event grows bigger and bigger every year. We have our past honorees, and some of you have been with us for 16 years, and some may have only been here for 1 or 2. But we are growing, and we want you to come back next year because that's 150 years of existence, and many of us won't get to see that. So we will invite you now to come back with us. So my friend Rose, unfortunately, couldn't be with us this evening, but everyone who knows Rose Jackson Flanoral knows that she is a dedicated public servant. Frankly, I don't know what we would do in Memphis, Tennessee without Rose Flanoral. Not only does the local nonprofit community rely on her for FedEx's support, but the global community also does when they experience crises or natural disasters, because she's responsible for making sure that FedEx supports that on a global basis. So this evening, we now have 2 recipients of the Rose Flanoral Public Service Award who have contributed invaluable service to Zion. Mr. Branson Anderson and Ms. Danica Hazlett, please join us up front. And I will start with you, Branson. Branson Anderson grew up in eastern West Virginia and received his bachelor's degree in anthropology from West Virginia University in 2019. He initially became interested in genealogy and cemetery preservation through his own family's research over the last 15 years. Now, interest in his ancestry has taken him on journeys to many historic cemeteries that would be neglected if not for a dedicated group of people. Branson first moved to Memphis in 2019 to begin a master's degree in Egyptian art and archaeology, which he completed in 2021. He's currently in the history department of the University of Memphis, pursuing a PhD in Egyptology. In his own words, Branson says, "Working with the Zion Cemetery Project has been both an honor and a privilege, as it has given me the opportunity to learn more about Memphis history and help to preserve it. I look forward to aiding with the future work at Zion Cemetery." So I will now present your award, Branson. And the award so reads: the Rose Flonoral Public Service Award is presented to Branson Anderson. Your spirit of public service, exemplified by your community service and sacrificial support, have made real our dream of a restored Zion Christian Cemetery. Zion Community Project, Inc., Dr. Reginald G. Barnes, Senior Board Chair, October 2nd, 2025.
Thank you so much, everyone, for the honor. It's great to be here with all of you tonight. As someone who's not originally from the Memphis area, I've learned a lot being involved with this project. It's great to be out there with the community, helping preserve the history. You've all been so amazing to all of us coming from the university that have helped with the project. You've embraced us all. You've been amazing, so thank you.
Our next award recipient is Danica Hazlett. She is a proud graduate of the University of Memphis, where she earned her Bachelor of Arts in Anthropology and Earth Sciences, with minors in Religious Studies and International and Global Studies. Her academic journey has taken her from archaeology field schools in Tennessee to excavations in Cyprus and Turkey, and even to sustainability work in Costa Rica. Through these experiences, she has cultivated a deep respect for history, community, and the ways in which the past continue to shape the present. At Zion Cemetery, Danica has dedicated her time and her energy to preserving the legacy of those laid to rest, whether by cleaning the gravestones, removing weeds and debris, or learning about the history of one of Memphis's most sacred spaces. For her, volunteering here has been not only an act of service, but also a way of honoring her city and its people. And you know, she's been to such exciting places. Maybe I ought to be in archaeology. I think that might be my next field of study. The Rose Flonoral Public Service Award is presented to Danica Hazlett. Your spirit of public service, exemplified by your community service and sacrificial support, have made real our dream of a restored Zion Christian Cemetery, presented by Zion Community Project, Inc., Dr. Reginald G. Barnes, Senior Board Chair, October 2nd, 2025. Congratulations.
Okay, I'm very much bad at public speaking, but I just wanted to say thank you so much. I didn't even know this was a thing. Honestly, I was just volunteering. But thank you for this opportunity, and I will continue to volunteer because it just helps the community so much. So thank you.
Thank you. Let's give them a round of applause. And thank you very much.
Hello, I'm Rose Jackson Poulor, Manager of Global Citizenship and Human Resources at FedEx. It's with a deep sense of connection that I'm really proud to represent FedEx today as we talk about our connection to the Zion Community Project and the history, the important history of Zion Cemetery. At FedEx, we value the preservation of history, not just as a record of the past, but as a foundation for generations to come. The work of the Zion Cemetery Project goes far beyond a historic site. It's about honoring the generations who helped build this city, leaders who built families, created businesses, and positively impacted this community. Our support of Zion Cemetery is also a part of our broader commitment to FedEx Cares, to ensure our communities are places where people feel safe, where people feel supported, and where people are celebrated. Together with Zion Community Project, we're not only reclaiming a past, but we're restoring dignity and truth as we uplift Zion Cemetery for generations to come. Enjoy your evening.
Thank you so much to our sponsors as well as to our award recipients for continuing Zion's efforts and for continuing their work throughout this community. It is much needed, so thank you all for that. And now I would like to ask Zion board member Mrs. Sharonda Greenlee to escort Mrs. Lillian Smith, the wife of Reverend Bill Smith, to the podium for the Bill Smith Legacy Awards presentation.
Good evening. We continue with the final honorees of this evening who will be presented with the Bill Smith Legacy Award. Who was Bill Smith? Bill Smith was a hardworking and committed CME minister, civil rights activist, and diligent advocate and supporter of Zion Cemetery. In working in Zion, the early challenges were great and fraught with obstacles, but he never gave up. That never say quit attitude is certainly held by our honorees. Both breathe life into our theme, Roots of Resilience, a Legacy of Healing. Our first Bill Smith Award recipient addresses one of the most critical medical issues in America today, mental health. Dr. Altha Stewart, a native Memphian, was born and raised in South Memphis. She was recruited by the University of Tennessee of Health Sciences Center to establish and direct the Center for Health focused on justice-involved youth. Dr. Stewart previously served as the executive director for Just Care Family Network, Memphis's first federally funded system of care program for the Shelby County Office of the Public Defender. She is a licensed psychiatrist who has led major mental health systems for Detroit, Wayne County, one of the largest in the U.S., and she has worked over a decade as CEO and executive director in large systems in Pennsylvania and in New York. In these leadership positions, she has overseen the management and development of programs for people with mental illness, substance abuse disorders. Dr. Stewart is a medical trailblazer because in 2018, she became the first African American to serve as the president of the American Psychiatric Association in its 175-year history. Dr. Stewart, we know you've been busy, and we appreciate your work. Would you please come forward? This award reads, the Bill Smith Legacy Award is presented to Dr. Altha Stewart for the service you have exemplified as a leader who values and champions the importance of preserving the heritage of this historic organization, Zion Community Project, Inc. Dr. Reginald G. Barnes, Sr., Board Chair, October 2nd, 2025.
Good evening, everyone. I'm usually a much better public speaker, but no one prepared me that the woman presenting the award would be named Lillian, my mother's name, and would look like my mother. So I just feel like I'm tearing up, and the people in the room who know me know I don't cry. My staff made me prepare some remarks because I always get to the microphone and talk, and they didn't want me to, bogart the microphone. But I actually cannot speak, which is a rarity, except to say thank you to the project, to the committee that selected me. Thank you to all of you for being here tonight. Thank you to the friends and colleagues, my family, between work travel and illness could not make it, but I have a room full of friends that I've said hello to tonight, and I'm so happy to see all of you. See? They don't want me to speak. And I also want to say thank you to Dr. Georgia Patton Washington, because as a little girl growing up in South Memphis who thought she might want to be a doctor, I didn't know about her. Had I known about her, it might have been a little easier to follow that dream. But in the meantime, it is because of women like her. And I had a whole list of women, because Beverly said we had 3 minutes. I had a whole list of early women black doctors who I look up to. Rebecca Crumpler, the first known graduate of medical school and became a doctor in the United States. Rebecca Cole, the second black doctor, female doctor, black female doctor in the United States. And what I believe to be a distant relative twice removed, Lucy Stewart, who is also, she's the third that we know of. And I feel like I stand on their shoulders, as Dr. Ruffin said earlier, but I also feel like I honor them by standing before you tonight, accepting this award on behalf of myself and the work that we do at my center at the University of Tennessee for Justice Involved Youth, and on behalf of my mother, who is here present in Miss Lillian tonight. So thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much.
If you could just stay up here for the next picture.
Okay. I am never nervous.
Okay. For our final recipient of the Bill Smith Legacy Award, Dr. Scott Morris is an iconic leader with a servant's heart. He is the founder and former CEO of the Church Health here in Memphis. He served in the role of CEO for over 35 years until his recent retirement. Church Health, which opened in 1987, provides quality, affordable health care to working, uninsured, and underserved individuals and their families. Thanks to a broad base of financial support from the faith community and the volunteered help of doctors, nurses, dentists, and others, Church Health has grown to become the largest faith-based clinic of its type in the nation. Today, Church Health has an average of 60,000 patient encounters each year, caring for over 16,000 unique individuals in our community. Dr. Morris was also responsible for helping to secure the presence of Meharry Medical School doctors and personnel in Memphis. Dr. Morris holds an undergraduate degree from University of Virginia, a Master of Divinity degree from Yale University, and an MD from Emory University. He is a certified family practice physician and an ordained United Methodist minister. He was inducted into the Tennessee Healthcare Hall of Fame in 2020. Now, let's salute Dr. Scott Morris and congratulate him on his retirement. reads, "The Bill Smith Legacy Award presented to Dr. Scott Morris. Your work, dedication, contributions, and support will ensure the success of Zion Christian Cemetery for years to come. Zion Community Project, Inc., Dr. Reginald G. Barnes Sr., Board Chair, October 2nd.
So I am truly honored to receive this award. I am not retired. I stepped back from being the CEO, but I still work full-time. So for those of you not that familiar with Church Health, what we do is provide health care for the people who work to make our lives comfortable. They cook our food, take care of our children, wash our dishes, cut our grass, and literally will one day dig your graves. They don't complain. Yet when they get sick, their options are very few. Church Health does this without relying on federal funding, and we've been doing it for 38 years and will continue to do it. So we heard earlier tonight, thank you. We heard earlier tonight that Dr. Miles Link started the Bluff City Medical Society. What most of us may not know is that in 1900, Dr. Link started the University of West Tennessee Medical School. He began it in Jackson, and in 1907 moved to Memphis. Over the next 23 years, the University of West Tennessee Medical School trained 155 African American physicians who practiced in Memphis. Unfortunately, it was forced to close in 1923 by something called the Flexner Report, which we don't need to get into that. There was not another African American physician trained in Memphis until 1968. One thing that we at Church Health are extremely proud of is we run a gap year program. Finish college, want to go to medical school. We currently have 17 young kids going on to be physicians. Now, our goal is to train 10, that's all it takes, 10 African Americans from Memphis who will go to medical school and then come back and become members of Bluff City Medical Society. This is not easy. There are many points of what we consider to be leakage, starting with the fact these young kids have never seen a doctor who looks like them. But at Church Health, we're going to do this. Thank you.
And again, I would like to thank our award recipients tonight for your efforts and for continuing to serve our communities so much, and as well as the nation. It really means the world. And so now I would also like to bring up Mr. Daryl Exum for our third platinum moment, and he is a diligent supporter of Zion. So we'd like to ask Mr. Exum to come forward at this time.
Good evening. I told Dr. Davis that I'm not a speaker. But anyway, I am Daryl Exum, and I am happy to share this platinum moment in the time that I have been associated with the Zion Hill Community Project. I have come to know it as a quality program to restore the history of the cemetery. The people are serious in their effort, and as a contractor, I feel it's time for me to give back. Amen. So at this time, my wife and I, Teresa Exum, we will adopt Dr. George Washington gravesite. We would keep it clean. We would keep it up. I asked Dr. Davis, how does that work? And I'm the one that takes care of the lawn out there. But I want to say thank y'all so much, and as always, that you can always depend on Clean Cut Lawn Service. Thank you so much.
Thank you again, Mr. Exum. And now we've been hearing some great music all night, and so we are going to now take it to the OGs for a music salute and selection for us this evening. wonderful job. Thank you all so much. And I would especially like to recognize the members of the band this evening, Ronnie Simulton, Dr. Autry Parker, Dr. Hill Hurd, and Mr. Howard Robertson. Thank you all so much for your wonderful selection. Well, I don't know about you all, but I have been having a wonderful evening here so far. It has been great. Yes, please give a round of applause for everyone tonight. And so as we are starting to come to the end of our evening here, one of the wonderful people who has been leading this charge is Mrs. Casey Warren, who is the fundraising co-chair. So Mrs. Warren, please take it away.
Hello, friends. I'm very proud that I did not spill banana pudding down my front. So this has been a really great evening, and we owe much of it to our honorees. We're so grateful to each of you who have sacrificed your time to be with us this evening. We are also thankful for all our sponsors, without whose support none of this would be possible. Will all the dedicated healthcare workers please stand and remain standing? And I would be remiss if I did not acknowledge my own husband, Jeff Warren, who's always supportive of my activities. So all you healthcare providers, stand up and remain standing. Don't sit down. We're going to have everybody stand. I would also like to have any elected officials or appointed officials stand and remain standing. I would also like to acknowledge our wonderful videographer, Mr. Elvis Hardwick, our graphic artist, Ms. Vera Merriweather, our CME Church YouTube and Facebook poster, Dr. Teresa Duhart, and our Zion Community Project webmaster, Ms. Jessica B. Kazambe. If you are here, please stand. We are indebted to you for the efforts you make to ensure this event's success, and so now please join me in giving these wonderful contributors a final round of applause. It's been a privilege for me to serve as fundraising co-chair for this dinner, and I look forward to seeing all of you next year at our cemetery's 150th anniversary celebration. See you then.
Thank you so much, Mrs. Warren. And thank you all again for having me here as the MC this year. Again, I'm always in awe of the work that Zion Community Project continues to do for this community, and especially in a time of uncertainty for the city, for the country, as we all continue to go about our different ways. I think this is such a great reminder of the work that we all continue to do in this community and how much love and healing and hope means for all of us. So thank you again for allowing me to celebrate with you. I always love to see how much this project means to our community and continues to do here. So one last order of business before I leave you, I have to introduce some of our bronze sponsors. The first is Alliance Healthcare Service, Mrs. Lori Powell, New Sardis Baptist Church, Dr. Lasimba M. Gray Jr., in memory of Kelly and Kanisha Cole, Oslo, and Pichola Cole, Rhodes College, Dr. Timothy Hubner, Memphis Theological Seminary, Dr. Jody Hill, Ron and Marianne Walter, Dr. Tyrone and Mrs. Janice Davis, Dr. Reginald and Mrs. Shonda Barnes, Saffron Planning and Events LLC, Mario and Sharonda Greenlee, Eskridge and Eskridge Law Firm attorneys Reginald and Janelle Eskridge, First Episcopal District CME Church, Bishop Marvin F. Thomas Sr., Fifth Episcopal District CME Church, Bishop Clarence K. Heath, and 8th Episcopal District CME Church, Senior Bishop Lawrence L. Riddick III. Thank you all. Please give a round of applause for all of our bronze sponsors. And just as one last note, I have to again thank Dr. Tyrone Davis, who's always keeping me in the loop about everything and is always so supportive of many of us who are in this room and constantly leading these efforts. And so I will give it back to Dr. Davis at this time, but thank you all for a wonderful evening and for having me again.
You know, I just love seeing her do the news at night. She does such a wonderful, wonderful job. I'm thrilled to have chaired this 16th fundraiser for the Zion Community Project. Each year, we tap better and more powerful honorees. The honorees tonight are people who give new meaning to the song, "May the Work I Do Speak for Me." And while some honorees may be little known, their work is far-reaching and incredibly transformational. So I congratulate and thank you for all what you've done to support our preservation work. Did you enjoy the food tonight? Then we must thank J. Bernard Catering for preparing an Epicurean delight fit for a king and queen. Will the Zion board members please stand? And I'd like, while they're standing, to welcome new member to the board, Dr. Jody Hill, who is the president of Memphis Theological Seminary. We welcome him to our board. He joins us tonight as a bronze sponsor. Thank you. Appreciation is also extended to our MC, Lauren Truman, for proficiently guiding us through the programming. The OGs. I'm in my 63rd year in the ministry, but you made me want to move a little bit. Yes, the OGs for providing live music, our sponsors for their ongoing support, and my capable co-chair, K.C. Warren, who proposed our thematic theme about the medical field for us, along with the fundraising committee which include Dr. Reginald Barnes Sr., Ms. Melanie Cole, Mr. Bob Barnett, Mrs. Sharonda Greenlee, Mr. Ken Hall, Ms. Vera Merriweather, Reverend Zachary Mullins, Mrs. Elaine Turner, and Attorney Trina Williams. Give them a hand. Now, just where you are, if you are a first-time attendee tonight, just raise your hand. I just want to see, oh my, isn't that wonderful? So the word is being spread. I especially want to also, and I hope I'm not out of order in doing this, recognize our council persons present, although they've already been recognized. But I want to say to them, thank you for your support of Zion, in that as we participated in the grant program last year, we were also wonderfully blessed with a generous grant, and we're getting ourselves ready to start again for next year. But thank you. All right. And I do want to say a thank you to Bluff City Medical Society for not only the work you've done in sharing and preparing for this event with the video and your presence here tonight, but also your commitment to cover the cost of the monument that you saw erected. That means so much, and the reason why we were so happy to recognize you as a memorial sponsor. This is the only way that we can truly go forward, is by remembering and respecting and celebrating our past. Now, regarding the event next year, all I can say is get ready. Get ready. Get ready. Because we plan to leave no stone unturned for the sesquicentennial celebration. You'll hear more from us over the course of the year, but I promise you, you don't want to miss it as we come together to celebrate.
Now, we're supposed to be out of here by 9. I'm a retired preacher with a sermon in my pocket. Okay, all right. Then we're going to call on Reverend Dr. Walker Wright to take us home with the benediction for the evening. Come on, Dr. Wright. A very good friend of Zion.
Would you stand, please? Would you bow, please? Would you repeat after me, please? Oh God, in the name of Christ, and by the power and the presence of the Holy Spirit, we will go from this place in peace and serve this present age with gladness. God bless you.